Hello everyone. I, Sapan Kesha, Assistant Professor, Priyadarshini Jail College of Pharmacy, Nagpur, welcomes you all to the second lecture, Quality Assurance and Quality Control in Pharmaceuticals and Healthcare Industry. This is a lecture series which I am conducting in the Pharmacy Practice School of the topic Quality Assurance and Quality Control in Pharmaceutical Industries. So, let's begin with the today's topic. It is well said by Sir William A. Foster that quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere efforts, intelligent direction, and skillful execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. So, quality is not achieved by accident, but by hard work, proper dedication, perspiration, and inspiration and motivation. So, next question which comes, why the quality is important in pharmaceuticals? Now the today's pharmaceutical environment is changing quickly due to the globalization, increased competition, cost constraint, demand of efficiency, development of international regulation, supply chain complexity, product process complexity. So in this fast changing environment, the people and companies that learn to adapt will only going to prosper. Let us take the one example in the corona. When the corona was not available, so many are able to do their job very quickly and properly. But if they can't adapt the situation, they are going to be fail. So the person or the companies that learn to adapt, that will only going to prosper. So that is the requirement in pharmaceutical industries also. Also, to manufacture and deliver consistently zero defect product to the patient, quality regulation is very much required. Let us take one example. I am sharing here one advertisement.
चेन्नई में इतने, बांद्रा, पवई, कुलाबा मतलब मुंबई में इतने, यहाँ ज्यादा, वहाँ कम।
ये है क्या?
वही जो हर कंपनी छुपाना चाहती है, पर एयरटेल नहीं। ये गिनती है कस्टमर्स के सवालों की जो इस वक्त हमारे सिस्टम में है।
ये सब क्यों दिखा रहे हैं?
क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि एक दिन हमारे सिस्टम में 0 क्वेश्चंस, 0 कंप्लेंट्स हो।
0
मतलब एयरटेल से किसी को कोई शिकायत नहीं होगी?
फालतू का था।
इम्पॉसिबल।
माना ये इम्पॉसिबल है, पर कोशिश तो हम करेंगे।
गट्स है, क्रेजी है,
पर कूल है।
इंडोर कवरेज, लॉकडाउन में रिचार्ज और स्लो डेटा स्पीड जैसे लाखों सवालों के जवाब हम दे चुके हैं, और आपके हर सवाल का जवाब ना दे तब तक हम रुकेंगे नहीं।
So friends, after looking this video, what it is coming out that the company is aiming for the 0 complaints. Similarly, the pharmaceutical company is taking the efforts and all are working to have a 0 defect product, and that 0 defect product they want to deliver to their patient. Although it is requiring a lot of efforts by pharmaceutical company, not only it is the management, top management or some top scientists or top managers that are responsible for maintaining the quality, but the quality maintenance is responsibility of each and every individual who are associated with the pharmaceutical company. Okay, so that's why the quality is very important in pharmaceutical, and each company is aiming for the 0 defect product. The quality, efficacy and safety attributes of the product must be ensured so that the consumer health is not compromised, and this is a very important aspect of the pharmaceutical industry. They are dealing with such a kind of product which is ingested by the patient, and if any defect in the product is there, it may lead to hazardous effect on the patient life. Life-threatening, dangerous side effects which can be observed. So the pharmaceutical company has to deal with the 0 defect quality product. Next, what are the impact of ignorance on the quality? As I was discussing right now, quality is required not only in certain aspect, but it is required right from the beginning up to the end, right? Just you can see here, the quality is required in a manufacturing process, packaging process, transportation, and after transportation, even the quality is required during the storage condition. So, if suppose this quality is not maintained, if it is ignored, then what will happen? It will lead to a lack of therapeutic effect, and the lack of therapeutic effect may lead to prolonged illness or maybe a death of the patient. Second, any ignorance in the quality of the product may lead to a toxic and adverse reaction. Also, it is considered to be a waste of limited financial resources for the pharmaceutical company. And moreover, it is a loss of credibility. Friends, let's look on this particular data. The top 10 pharmaceutical companies in India. Okay, and this is an article in the November 5, 2018. So the top 10 pharmaceutical companies in India, the first who is coming is Sun Pharma, Cipla, Aurobindo, Lupin, Dr. Reddy's, Cadila, TV's Lab, Biocon, Torrent Pharma, Glenmark. So most of the company who are falling in his top 10 ranking, they are getting their revenue via export, not via Indian markets, but they are getting their revenue via delivering the export to the US market. And one of the pharmaceutical company, Sun Pharma, in 2014 has suffered by this FDA decision that FDA bans import of drugs from the Sun Pharma Gujarat facility. So what will happen to that Sun Pharma company? Their revenue will going to decrease. Second, it is the credibility of that company will also lose. If suppose your company is highlighted such that the company who is giving you a defective product, what will happen? The US will not take another product from you, and that will lose to the credibility of the pharmaceutical company. So it is very important for any of the pharmaceutical or any category of the company that to maintain the credibility. So ignorance of the quality will lead to such a kind of hazardous effect. Now friends, it's very important to maintain a proper balance between the quality assurance and quality control. Now let's look what is quality. We are discussing about lot the quality. So what is exactly the quality is referring? As per my opinion, the quality is a measure of excellence or a state of being free from defects, deficiencies and significant variations. So if suppose I am taking up one particular product from the market, let us take the example of bread. Okay, so if I am taking a bread from a Haldiram, so what I am being assured of this product, that the Haldiram product is having a zero defect, no deficiency and a very limited significant variation, because all the products from the Haldiram are said to be of high quality. So I am assured of that particular product. But if suppose I purchase that bread from any vendor other than Haldiram, so that will have a question in my mind whether the product is going to have a zero defect. I am calling a defect means whether it contain any impurities or malnutrition product or something like that. So that is always going to be a question. So quality maintenance is very important. Second is the quality assurance. Now what is meant by quality assurance? Quality assurance is obtaining the confidence that the required quality of product or the service is satisfactory for their intended use. Means quality assurance is the responsibility of each and every individual in the pharmaceutical company. It is not the responsibility of one particular department. Why? If suppose any of the labor does not work properly, does not wash the apparatus properly, what will happen? The washing, if it is not proper, that it will lead to any impurities in the product. Very simple. So labor is also very important. Suppose packaging is not done properly, labeling is not done properly, what will happen? It will lead to a damage of that product. So right from the washing up to a packaging, the quality is required to be maintained. So it is the responsibility of each and every individual. Next is the quality control. Now what is the quality control? A part of GMP concerned with the sampling, testing and specification. Means it is one particular department that is responsible for sampling, testing and giving us some specification. So there are two different departments in the industry. One is, we call it as a quality assurance, and second we call it as a quality control. Both are different. What type of the quality culture now required in pharmaceutical industry? The pharmaceutical industry always support for the quality organization. It requires more action rather than words. The quality culture ensures the investment in the quality. The quality culture involved in a relevant business decision. The quality of the work you accept becomes the organization standard. The quality culture ensures that quality is independent and not subordinate to other organizational unit. You can see this diagram. To look at high quality and compliance from the bottom of that iceberg is very easy, but to climb that mountain of iceberg is very difficult. So each and every pharmaceutical company is working to ensure high quality and compliance for the product. What are the responsibilities of the quality? So quality is the collective responsibility of every individual in an organization. As I was saying, it is well known belief that quality initiatives are successful only when it is driven from the top management to the lower levels of management. So right from your director up to a labor, all are responsible for maintaining the quality of the product. Now, how the quality must be designed into a product? So quality design can be possible by using this QBD approach. Now what is this QBD approach? Quality by design. It is a process design and product design. Next part is to check the process performance and the product performance. Suppose you have designed one particular product, and to obtain that particular product you have designed a process. Let us take one example. Suppose you are developing one product that is a tablet. So to obtain a tablet you have designed one particular process for the tablet formulation. Now what is the process for the tablet formulation? We will start from selecting a raw material, various ingredients, okay, then a particular process, which machine you have to use for grinding, for blending, then for the formation of the tablet. So you have to select the product for that. And process, what will be the impact force, what will be the hardness of your tablet. So you design some particular processes. Next, what is you are going to check? You are going to check the process, whether the process is working smoothly or not. Is there any difficulty arising in blending? Is there any difficulty arising in the hardness of the tablet? So you are measuring the process performance. And lastly, after all the process is completed, we'll get the tablet, and now we'll find out whether the product which I have obtained through that particular process is having a required criteria or not. So we'll go for testing, friability test, disintegration test, dissolution test, hardness test, even a morphological observation we are going to conduct on that particular tablet. So this is how the QBD approach is being done. So quality must be designed into a product via QBD approach. So quality is not an add-on. It's begin from the research, that is selecting a raw material, and up to a finished product. Not only up to a finished product, I can say even after developing a finished product, you have to do the testing or quality testing in the storage conditions also. So that is very important. Now, what are the functions of quality assurance in the pharmaceutical industry? Pharmaceutical industry quality assurance ensures the raw material used in the manufacturing are approved and procured from the approved vendor. So it's not like that you are taking a raw material from any of the company. You should take the raw material from the approved vendor only. All the data are recorded as per the GMP and is reviewed for the accuracy and traceability. So any of the data like what is the grinding time, what is the blending time, what is the mixing time, what is the drying time, all data have to be recorded and that to be as per the GMP. Procedures are in place for performing the activities, operating and calibrating the equipment. Quality is built up in the plant, process, product, that a robust quality system is in place. So quality has to be maintained in each and every step, that is in the plant also, process also, and after completing the process in the product also, you have to maintain the quality. Training like induction, on job, schedule, and after any changes are conducted to the respective individuals on time. So this is also the function of quality assurance department. Even more, the quality assurance department is responsible to prepare and approve quality policy, quality objectives, quality manuals, and validation master plan. So I can say that the quality assurance is more a managerial process. Periodic monitoring of the quality objectives, monitor all validation and stability activities are completed as per the schedule. Validation and stability activities, what I can refer to this, if suppose you are having instruments, so particular time duration, after some particular time duration, each and every instrument has to be calibrated properly. You have to check it out, and for that the validation has to be carried out. Stability activities has to be studied. Suppose take out the sampling from any of the batch and check out whether the data are meeting as per your GMP requirement or not. It ensures that all the changes in impacting the product and established system are documented and reviewed to analyze the impact. It ensures that all the deviations and market complaints are logged, investigated to identify the root cause so as to take the action to prevent the recurrence. Means suppose any deviation occur, suppose friability test is going to be undergoing a failure. So what you will do? You have to check why the friability test is going failure. Whether it is a lack of binding agent, whether it is a lack of impact force, or any other reason that is responsible for the failure in the friability test. So you have to ensure all the deviations, market complaints are logged, investigated, identify the root cause, and so as to take the particular action to correct that. Otherwise what will happen? Continuously your batch will go under failure, and that will be responsible for high loss in the pharmaceutical company. Next, preparation of annual product quality reports, trending of data, determining product and process performance. To arrange and conduct the self-inspection, identify gaps and take necessary actions. Review of related batch manufacturing records and QC testing data prior to release of any batch. So after all the product is being developed, it is the quality assurance department which will review the all records of the batch manufacturing. Even the QC data has to be submitted to the quality assurance team, and after ensuring all that particular aspect, they will going to release the batch into the market. So it's a long process and has to be done from right from the beginning of procuring the raw material and up to storage of the finished product. Now what is the quality control department? The quality control department is a one particular sector, it is one particular part, or we can say department of the pharmaceutical industry, and that is some limited role. However, quality assurance is the responsibility of each and every individual member. However, the quality control department are having some limited members in the company. So what are the responsibilities of this quality control department? What they perform? They perform the routine raw material and packaged material analysis, intermediate stage analysis, finished product analysis. They also do routinely the stability studies. So what are these? They are the continuous processes. Raw material testing. If you are procuring a raw material from some company which is present in China, so what you have to do for? What you have to go for? You have to go for the raw material testing. Whether that raw material which is supplied from the Chinese company is having a proper specifications or not, which is required for your product meeting. Next, non-routine analysis also be done by the quality control department. Now what is this non-routine? As I said, calibration. So calibration is not a routine. It has to be done after some particular time period, not daily activities. Preparation of the reference and working standard. Again, the reference solution and working standard has not to be prepared daily. It has to be prepared when required. Method development and validation. Okay, so this is a non-routine work. So what it is going to ensure? How it is going to be ensured? So it can be ensured by instrumental analysis. So anyone who want to work in this quality control department must have a proper knowledge, that is in terms of both theoretical as well as the practical knowledge of instrumental analysis, chemical analysis, microbiological analysis, packaging material analysis. Now this is a very good tree diagram form how the quality control department is working. Suppose, as I said, you are procuring a raw material from any of the Chinese firm. Okay, so you have taken a raw material from the Chinese firm. Now you will check the receipt of that raw material. You will verify the receipt. Now what the receipt contains? Receipt contains the information about, for example, if I am procuring a aspirin. Okay, so it will have a information about aspirin. What is the percentage content of the aspirin? What are the limit test criteria? And what are the impurities profiling of the aspirin? Okay, all that information are available in the receipt. Now I will verify. How I will going to verify? I will take some sample. I will do the necessary test in my lab, that is called QC testing. And in my lab, if I found all the specifications which are mentioned in that raw material receipt is meeting my criteria, so I will approve the product, and now I will use that raw material for my manufacturing purpose. If suppose that raw material is not meeting the specification under my QC lab, so I will reject the product and return to the supplier or undergo for the destruction. Now destruction for the packaging material. Suppose I have prepared a tablet formulation and I am having a package of aspirin tablet. So now what is the next thing? Next step, again check the receipt of that packaging material, verify under my QC lab. If it is passing all the criteria, then approve and I will send it for the marketing. If it is not meeting the criteria, I will reject and go for the destruction. And this destruction may lead to a high loss for the pharmaceutical industry. So this is for raw material and packaged material testing. Similarly, for the finished good testing, you apply same type of a process. So what are the functions of the QC in pharmaceutical industry? So quality control department is responsible for the preparation of the specification for the testing of material and products. It carried out sampling and testing of the material. It is responsible for the environment monitoring, conducting the stability studies, investigating the test failure such as OOS, OT, OSE, OSC. Now what is this? OOS is out of specification. So investigating any product which is out of specification, out of trend, and any specification that is out of statistical control, or we can say any specification that is out of analytical control. Okay, so this is what the function of the QC department. They are also responsible for the analytical method validation. Now, suppose I am having a paracetamol. So what is the analytical method for the paracetamol assay? Anyone? Yes, the analytical method for the paracetamol assay is UV analysis as per the Indian Pharmacopoeia. So you have to prepare a dilute solution of the paracetamol, okay, and check the absorbance in the UV spectrophotometer. Calculate and find out what is the percentage assay content. So that type of the method has to be developed by the QC department. Suppose you have a new molecule for which the method is not available in Indian Pharmacopoeia. So what you will do? You have to develop an analytical method. Next is evaluation of the complaint samples. That is also be done by the QC department. As you know, so many drug inspectors are collecting the sample from the vendors, from the shopkeepers, okay, even from the pharmaceutical company, okay. So any samples collected by that drug inspector, so drug inspector will send the samples to the QC lab, okay. If it is a inspector from the government agency, then they will send it to the QC department of the government labs. Otherwise, the pharmaceutical company, FDA inspector, sent to their QC labs. Okay, so evaluation of any complaint samples has to be done by the QC department. All the quality control activities are performed adherence to the GLP, that is the good laboratory practices only. Now it's very important, how will you assure that your product is meeting the quality? So for that you require some quality metrics. Now how will you judge the quality? Quality, if I say, is it a measurable or non-measurable? How you can measure the quality? So it's difficult to measure the quality. Suppose I say measure the quality of your for example mobile. How will you measure the quality of your mobile? What you will do? You will check some specifications. Which type of the specification? What is the camera? What is the rear camera? Then front camera. What is the megapixel? What is the f aperture? Whether it is f 1.9 or 2.2. We'll check what is the screen, whether it is having a Gorilla Glass or the simple tempered glass. Then you will check the software quality, whether it is having an Apple software, that is iOS build, or Android. In Android, which type of the chip it is having, whether it is having a recent new chip or old chip. Okay, so all these are the specifications. On the basis of that, you will assign, yes, that mobile is having a good quality or a bad quality. Similarly, how will you assign the quality for your pharmaceutical product? So, and the quality is not only for the pharmaceutical product, but it is throughout the, what we can say, it is throughout the manufacturing processes up to the finished good. So how will you measure? For that, you require some key performance indicator, that is in short called KPI. So KPIs is required. So to measure the quality, we have a quality matrix. What is a quality matrix? It is a tool for continuous improvement in the quality. It is developed by International Standard for Pharmaceutical Engineers. It is measured, it is a measurement of standard by which the efficiency, performance, progress, compliance or the quality of a process or the product can be assessed. Now, key performance indicator shall be identified based on impact on organization goals and quality. There are different KPIs for different pharmaceutical companies and different pharmaceutical product. We cannot say a one particular KPI for each and every kind of the product or each and every kind of the pharmaceutical company. So the KPI shall be identified based on the impact on organization goal and quality. Second, the weightage to be provided for each KPI. Okay, so scoring is given to each KPI, how that particular performance indicator, that is a key performance indicator, is responsible for change in a finished good. So scoring to be provided for each KPI on actual performance, and if there is a change in any of these KPI, then communication to the top management. Necessary development has to be made to improve the failed KPI. Example of some KPIs are given here. For example, batch failures, market complaints, deviations, changes, out of specifications, stability overdue, raw material, package material, finished good, release time. So all these are considered to be a KPI. If suppose so many batches are undergoing a failure, so it is a key performance indicator. So many market complaints are coming for your product, again it is a key performance indicator. Your product is showing a large deviation. Suppose friability test is showing a large deviation, dissolution test is showing a large deviation. Okay, so all these are the considered to be a key performance indicator. So quality metrics has to be assigned and it has to be checked and communicated, and properly necessary development has to be made. Now, so that's all for the QA and QC in pharmaceutical industry. Let us summarize the QA and QC in pharmaceutical. So even differentiate, so it will be better to understand for you how you can differentiate quality assurance now with the quality control. So first of all, what is the quality assurance focus? So quality assurance focuses on to prevent a defect with a focus on process. Quality control whereas focus on to identify defects in the finished product. Okay, so this is a difference. Quality assurance focus to prevent the defect. They are working to prevent the defect. They are developing a one particular process which will lead to a zero defect product. So that is the work of the quality assurance department. Whereas the quality control, they identify that defect which is present in finished product. The quality assurance goal is to improve the development and test process so that the defect do not arise. As we have taken the example of Airtel, their goal is to improve a zero complaint process. So the quality assurance department in pharmaceutical companies having a goal to improve development and test process so that defect do not arise. However, the quality control goal is to identify defect after the product is developed and before it is released. The quality assurance department will establish good quality management system and assessment of its adequacy with a continuous monitoring. So it is a continuous process. Whereas quality control finding the sources of quality problem to continually meet customers' requirement. Now, the quality assurance that will be responsible for the prevention of quality problems through planned and systematic activities. So they have a proper plan and systematic activities. Whereas quality control is having their own developed analytical methods which is mentioned in Indian Pharmacopoeia or any other pharmacopoeia, or they were going to develop their own analytical technique to maintain the product quality and process. Quality assurance is the responsibility of everyone on the team, right from, I said, the director, managing director of the company, up to the labor of the company. Whereas the quality control is the responsibility of a specific team. That is, it is a one particular department in a pharmaceutical company that will be responsible to test the product for its defect. Quality assurance is a tool, is a managerial tool. So quality assurance is considered to be a managerial department, whereas quality control is a corrective tool. So quality assurance is aiming, they are developing one particular, they are planning, they are developing a process so that your product will have a zero defect. Whereas the quality control, they are finding out, they are identifying and they are correcting the defect they are present in a product before it get released into the market. So in this way, you can compare and contrast between the quality assurance and quality control. So thank you very much for patient listening in quality control and quality assurance in pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. I hope with this lecture it will be easy for you to differentiate, compare, contrast between quality assurance and quality control. Thank you very much.